Hello, ladies. Welcome, welcome.
Why am I
Hi,
not working? Hello.
how are you?
Good, good.
But it's dark there. It's still nice and light here. Hello, ladies. You can take your cameras off so I can see everybody. I can't see everyone because there's quite a lot of you here. Okay. There's people dropping in, so I'm going to get started. Can you ladies see my screen?
Can you hear me, Margie?
Yes.
I
Yes.
can't hear you. Okay, I need to sort out what's happening.
Can you hear me, Paula? Yeah, good, good. Okay, I'm going to get started. As long as you can see my shared screen, that's great. Hello, ladies, welcome. Whether it's the afternoon or the evening for you, I'm so incredibly grateful that you are here. So, first of all, I want to acknowledge you for putting the success of your salon front and center tonight because I know you're busy. You're serving clients, you're managing staff, you're going into the busiest time of year for us as salon owners, and you're trying to figure this whole marketing thing out. So for you to put aside 60 minutes to join me tonight, this afternoon, it means the world. And I've got to say, I wasn't going to hold another workshop after my November one, but with all the changes that are happening with the way that we run our salons and how fast they're changing, you just can't wait another month to find this out. And I promise you, I will make this the most valuable hour that you've invested in your business all year. So whilst I think there's still people popping in, there's still people coming in. Tell me a bit about you in the chat. Okay, just drop into the chat and tell me, what sort of a salon do you run? Are you in hair, beauty, lashes, brows, skin? Let me know in the chat. I'll just pull the chat up because I just realized I haven't got it open so that I can see. Awesome, awesome. Let me know in the chat what is your salon? What do you do? So that I can see that. No one's responding yet, unless I can't see it. Everyone's there. Okay. All right. Okay. So I love it when you engage back, by the way, because it makes it a lot more fun for me. And also, it means that you'll also get more out of this session. And my amazing team member, Ree, is in the chat as well today. She's helping me. She's letting people in. She's driving all the tech side of it. Okay, we've got a hairdresser, the Chair Collective. Love that. Love your name. That is.
It's Anne Marie. Hi, I can't change it. I don't know why.
No,
Hi.
that's fine. Hi, lovely. Glad that you're here. Thank you so much.
Thanks for having me. Yeah.
Okay, let's dive in. And of course, there are quite a few of my students on the call with me today, and they know that when I do a live class in the mornings, my dog comes in and he rolls around at my feet and growls and groans, and he's doing it right now. So I'm just going to tell him to go away. Odie, stop it. Sorry. He does it every time I get onto a live class. Okay, so the salon industry is about to be disrupted more in the next 24 months than what it has in the last 24 years. So the strategy that you used to get by in 2021 is obsolete. And the strategy that you're actually using right now is obsolete. Now, before we start, you're probably wondering, who is this woman and why should I listen to her? And it's a fair question. I haven't got tens of thousands of followers, okay? But what I do have is a salon that became a multi-six-figure business and a coaching company as well that's helped hundreds of salon owners build their own booked out businesses. And I did it by going against the grain. When everyone else was, chasing viral trends, I was building real profitable systems, and that's what I'm going to give to you today. So I built my beauty salon, Eloquent Eyes in Perth, from my bathroom at home into a multi-six-figure business and a team of 9. And today we're still earning more with a leaner team of 7. And I've been able to achieve this because I keep refining my marketing. I keep refining my systems, my processes, and also my team. But when I first started, I didn't have a plan. I didn't know how to use social media. I didn't have a booking system even, and I was earning less than $500 a week. So I learned fast by investing in my education and applying everything that I could. And within 11 months, I had over 500 clients on a wait list, and I opened my commercial salon with a team of 3. And in 4 years, I hit that multi six figures and the team of 9. And now my salon runs completely without me. Okay. I never work on the floor. And this is what gives me the freedom to help salon owners do the same thing through Visionary Salon Mastery. And that's my signature program that turns interest into income without chasing, without discounting, and without burnout. So what I do is I spend my time researching what's working right now in salon marketing with messaging, funnels, pricing for profit, and also leadership. And I share it all with my students. It's all right. Think, read,
Better.
listen. Yeah. Oh my God. I was going to say, lately, that's been a lot because as fast as I can learn, things are changing. So it's been a roller coaster ride over the last, 4 to 6 weeks. So the goal is not to work more. The goal is to work smarter, earn more, and also have the time freedom. Remember the reason that you started your salon in the first place, right? It's for that reason. So what if I told you that in 2026, the most successful salons are not going to be the ones with the best stylists? They're not going to be the ones that are the most talented. They're not going to be the ones that create the most beautiful transformations and are the best in their area at the treatments they offer. And it's also not going to be the ones with the prettiest Instagram feeds. The winners will be the ones with the smartest systems. And what if I told you that AI is either going to be your secret weapon or the reason you get left behind? Okay. Salon owners who go into 2026 without understanding these changes are going to feel like they're walking through mud. Everything is going to feel harder. It's going to be slower. It's going to be more expensive. Okay. But the ones with the right strategy, you're going to be fully booked with ease, even easier than it's ever been before once you understand how to do it. So as I shared earlier, the strategy that you used in 2021 is officially obsolete, okay? But more importantly, and the main reason that I've held this workshop during your busy time is that what you're using right now is absolutely obsolete. Okay, so what we're going to cover for the next 60 minutes, we're going to go at a pace because I've got a lot of information that I want to share with you. So the first thing is the 2026 algorithm shift and why pretty content and vague messaging is dying. The 3-part content formula for consistent bookings, the 3-step ad system to attract high-paying clients, and how to price for profit and plug the leaks. Now, before I go on to number 5, I want to ask you, just so I can get a gauge of where you're at. Can you tell me in the chat, do you know what your net profit margin is for each of your treatments? It's a yes or a no. And then in addition to that, what net profit margin do you aim for each treatment? Okay, what's your benchmark? Pop that into the chat. Yep, Kylie does, yes. Kim does. Rianne, no. No. Pamela, no. No. Okay. Yep, some of you, yep, 35%. Paula, you're a star. A star. Awesome, awesome. I have it written down. Great. That's great, Renee. Love that. No. So there's some yeses, there's some nos. Okay, so I'm going to go through that with you as well in a couple of other slides. And then finally, I'm going to be sharing your 30-minute weekly action plan that gets the important stuff done. Okay? So before we go further, I'm going to ask you for a small commitment. If I show you a system today that is simple, it makes sense, and it feels like something that you can actually do, can I ask that you promise yourself that you'll at least try it? So let me know that in the chat. Are you willing to give it a try? If it makes sense. Yep. I'm just going to go down in the chat. Hang on. Yes, 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 yes. Go. Good, 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 good. Good, good. Love that. Love that. So Ree is just popping into the chat your worksheet. It's actually more than a worksheet. It's actually a workbook for today because I wanted you to have something solid that you could take away with you to refer back. So please take time just to download the link is in the chat. So take a copy of that. Let me know. Just put your hand up when you've got that open. Yep. Good, good. Awesome, awesome. Whilst you're doing that, my promise to you today is that you'll have a powerful understanding of what it takes in 2026 to run a profitable salon that makes money. Okay. Now, I've got nothing to sell to you today, but it is a call if I share how I can help you implement it at the end. Let me know that in the chat. Yes, yes. One yes. Yes, okay. Awesome, awesome. Thank you. Okay, so the massive 2026 shift, why everything has changed. And it's already started. Like the change is here. And I'll share this with you. I've got some of my students are here and they know that the changes are happening. Okay. So what I do is I create content for my coaching clients every month, and I also schedule my salon posts a month ahead, right? In the last 4 weeks, I've had to revise my content not just once, but twice to keep ahead of the curve. It's happening that fast. It's a lot. So it's the algorithm revolution. It's shifted from prioritizing pretty aesthetics to prioritizing connection and authority. So the old style of pretty pictures and quick posts, it's dying, or it's pretty dead, actually. The new algorithm wants content that creates genuine connection and proves that you are the expert. Okay, so if you're not keeping up with that, what happens is you're becoming invisible. And there's already a visibility gap for a lot of you. I've been speaking to salon owners that say to me, I'm posting, but nothing is happening. So have you thought that lately to yourself? Have you thought no one's seeing my posts? Let me know in the chat if you've noticed that. I'm trying to keep up with the chat. Okay. Yep, you're noticing it? Yeah, because it's already here. And of course, AI is making it easier than ever for your competitors to create content. And so if you're not keeping up, you're not just falling behind, you're becoming invisible, and the window of opportunity is closing up fast. Now, just before I go ahead, just so that I've got an understanding of where you are currently at, can you let me know in the chat whether you are using AI and how often are you using it? And do you have a strategy you apply when using chat? Let me know that in the comments as well. Chatty, Paula's is chatty. She uses it daily. Yep, Kim uses hers. Sammy every day. With a strategy? Who's using it with a strategy? Haven't used it yet? Do you love it? Is there anyone here that just doesn't like it? I hear people say, I hate chat. And I go, oh, my chat's become my best friend. Love it, love it. Okay, awesome. Love that. So the way, or Meredith, hey Meredith, you love it too. So the way we use AI is even more crucial than ever before. So if you're using it without a strategy, you won't attract new clients. But if you use it with a strategy, you're going to absolutely soar above your competitors in your local area. Does that make sense, ladies? Just give me a nod. Yep, that makes sense. Okay, what I'm sharing with you today is usually what I share with my students inside my coaching program. So I would like you to pretend that you've paid that today, because if you think like that, you're going to get 10 times more value if you treat this like an hour of investment. You've invested into it, okay? And I want you to get off this call with a lot of knowledge and a plan going forward. Okay, has everyone got their worksheets? Yes, 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 yes. Yep, you've all got your worksheets. Awesome, awesome. That's great. So let's do a live content autopsy. Okay, this is a post that you see every day, over and over and over again, right? It's pretty. It's got hashtags in it. You can only use 3 hashtags now, which thank goodness, I'm so happy about that. But does this post work? So on a scale of 1 to 10, how likely is this post to make a new client book in with you? Okay, put a number in the chat. So what it says is TGIF, weekend ready with these gorgeous brows, DM to book. Scale of 1 to 10, what do you think? Paula's saying no. Yep, Amy's saying 1. Yep, that's about right. Yep, yep, 2. Awesome. Okay, thank you for that. So I want you to have a look at this one. This is same photo, different framework. This one is tired of your brow makeup smudging by lunchtime. For busy professionals in Toowoomba, finding an extra 15 minutes in the morning is impossible. That's why I specialise in brow lamination that lasts 6 to 8 weeks, giving flawless waterproof brows from your 6 a.m. gym session to your 8 p.m. client dinner. My clients say it's the best confidence boost they've ever had. Imagine waking up with perfect brows every single day. That's the freedom we provide. So On a scale of 1 to 10, how likely do you think that that same ideal client would feel seen, understood, and ready to book?
Are you talking about just the wording or the way, are you including the way that it's laid out or just the wording?
Yeah, it's more the messaging because nothing else has changed.
Okay. Yeah.
Nothing's changed except for the message.
All right.
Just 6. Yeah, awesome. So the difference is, as Ren just pointed out, is the photo didn't change, the strategy changed. Okay. The first post is a hope and a prayer post. The second is a client attraction system. So the first one is what a lot of other salons are doing. Okay. So that you want to be writing posts that stop the scroll. This one is entry level 2026 model. Okay, this is the basic level that you want to be at in 2026. So getting this right is the only thing that matters. And that framework is exactly what I teach you to do inside Visionary Salon Mastery. So how do you start writing captions like that? It starts with the hook. So the first 1 or 2 lines that stop the scroll. And I'm going to give you 3 simple styles that you can steal today. And these are on your worksheet so that later on you can refer back to them when you create your next post. So the first one, if you look at your worksheet, is the call out hook. So you're directly addressing a specific person with a specific problem. Okay. So for example, if you've got fine flat hair that never holds a curl, read this. Are you a woman 40 plus who's struggling to fill your brows in every morning? To the woman that feels like her skin has lost its glow after turning 40, this is for you. If you've been told your hair is too dark to go blonde, you need to see this. Okay, if you spend more than 10 minutes every morning filling in your brows, this post will save you time. So what you're doing is you're making your audience feel seen. They know that they're in the right place. The second is the contrarian hook. This is where you go against common advice to create curiosity. So, for example, stop asking for ash blonde hair if you want your hair to look like this. Okay, it makes you sound like the expert when you use those sorts of hooks. The most popular lash serum might be actually damaging your lashes. Here's why. Why more facials isn't the answer to your acne problem. An unpopular opinion, your hair doesn't need a weekly mask. It needs this instead. Okay, and the third one, and let me know, are you all telling stories? Do you know about the story hook? Okay, the third one is the story hook, very, very popular. And so this is where you start with a personal moment to build connection. So, I almost refused to do this color correction today. Here's why. My new client walked in today and handed me a photo of a celebrity. Here's what I told her. And it's like, oh, there's a story. People are nosy. They like to hear a story. So they're like, oh, what's that? Or what is that about? Okay. Let me tell you the time a client cried in my chair, happy tears. What I want you to do now is just take 30 seconds to write down your own hook for your next post in your workbook, just using one of these styles. And pop it in the chat. Let's see what you come up with. I'm just going to see if I can read the chat. Oh, wait. Pop it in the chat. Let's see what you come up with. Is this making sense, ladies? Let me know. Hang on, there's more here. Okay, awesome. Okay, so what I would like you to do in your workbook, there's an exercise for you to do a review of your own content after the workshop. So what I'd like you to do is find a recent post you made. I'll just go to the last one. What was the hook? What was the caption and how effective was it? Okay, did you speak to a specific person, solve a problem, and sell an outcome? And the answer is yes or no. And if you're brave, put it into the chat if you've got it with you. I'll just see if I can see, right? Okay. Who is the ideal client for that treatment? What's the biggest pain that they have that this treatment solves? What's the ultimate dream or outcome that they want? Now, if you do this after the workshop, rewrite your caption, send me the before and after, just DM via my Instagram page, which is Salon Mastery Society, and I'll give you my feedback. Okay, you look in the mirror and you look older than you feel. Yeah, that's perfect, Renee. Love that. Is this making sense, ladies? I can't see all of you in this in the screen. Let me know in the chat if this is making sense. I want to make sure that you're understanding this as I go along. Oops. Okay. Now, who gets confused or scared when you're told to niche down? And do you know what niching down actually means? Let me know that in the chat. Does the thought of identifying your ideal client confuse you or make you feel scared that you'll miss out on more clients? Let me know that in the chat. Kim, if you're always getting grown heads when you wax, it's time you discovered body sugaring. Yes, perfect. Love that. No idea. Yep. I often hear when I speak to clients, okay, that they're too scared. I can serve everybody as long as they've got a body and a face, they can come in and I can treat them. Okay. So are you confused or don't have clarity on who your ideal client is? Maybe you're worried about missing out on clients. Okay. Hold on, I'm just having a look. I'm missing the chat here, but okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to explain why niching down doesn't shrink your client base. It actually expands it with the right clients. I don't know where this red is coming from. It's like someone's drawing on it, but I have no idea. Choosing one niche always seems restrictive. I worry that the social feed will be too repetitive. That is a great point, Kim. If your feed is getting repetitive, that is perfect because it means that your messaging is spot on. And then what you do is once you work out that it is repetitive, then you just dial in on the messaging for the particular ideal clients for that treatment when you niche. Okay. So when I talk to my coaching clients, niching really is one of the biggest things that I get resistance about. Okay. So normally what people are saying to me, if I focus on one type of client, one specific problem, I'll turn away money. I'll have fewer people to market to, but then at the same time, they don't have enough clients. And look, logically, that makes sense, right? If you have a wider net, you should catch more fish. But in marketing, the complete opposite is true. If you have a wider net, it's just got bigger holes in it. And then the right fish that are there swim right through it. Okay. Oh, Brianne is word of mouth. And so, Brianne, are you looking for new clients? Is that something that you need, that you want? Okay. So I want you to think about it like this. Most salon owners are using, say, a megaphone, right? So think of your posts and you're standing out in the middle of a crowded mall and you're shouting, I do great hair, I do great brows, come to my salon, come buy my stuff. It's really loud, it's generic, and 99.9% of the people that are in that mall walking, they'll just tune out and walk straight past you because it's noise, because it's not specifically for them. So a niche is not a megaphone. A niche is a dog whistle. So when you blow a dog whistle, all the humans in the park hear nothing. It's silent to them, but every single dog perks up its ears and looks right at you. So what you've done is you've cut through all the noise and sent a signal that was only meant for them. And so that's what niching does. So it makes your ideal client, the one who is desperately looking for a solution to their specific problem, or subconsciously they're thinking about it and they haven't even started looking yet, right? And it makes them feel like you are speaking directly to them. And so the reason that you get more clients and not less clients is that the first one is resonance and authority. So if you've got a 45-year-old woman who's struggling with thinning brows and she sees your posts about restoring youthful brows for women 40 plus, she doesn't see a service. She sees a specialist. So she sees someone that gets her, gets it, gets the issue, gets the problem. Okay. And so you instantly become the go-to authority, not just another option of salons out there. The other thing that happens is you can charge more. You can charge premium pricing because people pay more for specialists. So you don't question the bill from a heart surgeon, but you might shop around for a GP. So when you're the expert for a specific problem, you can charge what you're worth, and clients are happy to pay for it because they trust you more. Now, with referrals, it becomes easier to get referrals because your clients then know exactly who to send to you. Okay. Instead of saying, I've got a lady who does brows, that they're saying, you have to go to my girl. She's the only person in town who specializes in creating natural looking brows for for blondes or women over 40 or whatever it is. So you've got a choice. What you can do is you can keep shouting with a megaphone and keep hoping that someone listens, or you can blow the dog whistle and have a line of your perfect ideal clients waiting to book in with you. Okay, so what could yours be? Think of your salon. What could yours be? What are you going to yell out? What if your acne treatment didn't make you hide but made you glow? Acne, yep, beautiful. Acne doesn't wait until you're off medication, and neither should real results. Love that. That's so good, Meredith. Perfect. That's a perfect example. Anybody else got theirs? So at the moment, we can call out, if we're looking at, brow restoration for women over 40, or, grey hair coverage specialist for women over 50. But to put, yes, I did, Meredith. I taught you that. Now, the kicker here is that Meta, I believe, is currently looking at removing or not showing posts and ads, excuse me, that refer to gender or age. So just be mindful that if you are using the 30 plus or the 40 plus, just check what your engagement is doing, check what your reach is doing. And then the correction for that, if it is coming in, if it does start to happen, is you just replace it with, okay, if the mums are, in their 30s, and they've probably got ladies in their 30s, they've probably got kids that go to primary school. So all you do is call out mums with primary school children, call out busy professionals with adult children. So you're just calling out what they do, what their lifestyle is. Does that make sense? Let me know. Make sense? Good, good, good.
Sorry. So when you're saying that, so you're saying that you don't choose an age bracket when you're doing ads, or are you just talking generally?
Generally.
Okay, just in the organic stuff. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. So yeah, ads is a slightly different strategy. So this is organic, but it will definitely, we won't be able to, I'm pretty sure this is going to happen quite shortly. In our ads, if we're calling out ages, they're not going to show the ads. That's where it started. And I think they're going to reverse engineer it down to organic as well. So it's kind of, I'm just getting my head around it now. This is, again, something new that I've just discovered over the past few days. So yeah, just be aware of it.
Okay.
Okay, so the 3 messaging mistakes that are making you invisible are pretty much the same for everyone. So the I serve everyone, okay, is when you're talking to everyone, you're actually speaking to nobody. So you sound like every other salon, and clients are scrolling past you. And again, like I said before, if you're using AI for your messaging without a strategy, it makes you sound like every other salon, okay, which means that clients scroll past you. So if everyone's using chat, you'll notice that the people that are using chat and they're using it word for word, all of their posts sound the same. People are becoming immune to it. They just scroll down. They just scroll back. How often should you post organically? 3 to 4 per week. Oh, that's a good question, Jess. So up until about, I don't know how, I've lost track of time, up until about 6 weeks ago, when clients join me in VSM, I'm asking them to post at least once a day if they possibly can do that. Okay, the strategy has changed. Ads are the way that you are going to find new people, and your organic content is there for your existing followers and for the people that are stalking you from your ads to jump on your page and see that they're in the right place. So your organic content, you can do less of it, but just make it more intentional. So you don't need to be posting every single day, but you do need to be making use of your stories. Okay, it's really, really important. So with chat, please don't use it for your content by asking for a caption, copying it, and then just pasting that into your post, because you just won't attract new clients. Okay, chat is awesome when it's used correctly, and that's the strategy that I'm referring to, that I'm helping with my clients. We're going right into messaging at the moment. It's pretty exciting, actually. Okay, the biggest mistake, number 2, is features over feelings. Okay, this is what most salon owners are selling in their marketing copy. So they're selling a 60-minute facial, but your client is not buying a 60-minute facial, okay? They're buying the confidence to go to an event makeup free. So you've got to sell the transformation, not the service. Okay. So I've given you examples on your worksheet so that you can refer back to them. These are the exact ones that I've got for you. So the treatment is we offer a full balayage service using premium highlighter and toners. Okay. This is a 3-hour service that includes root melt, gloss, and style. So even halfway through, I didn't even get halfway through that, and I've clocked out because I don't want any of that. What I want is what she's buying is the feeling that you get when you walk out of the salon with hair that looks effortlessly highlighted by the sun. Okay, it's the confidence of knowing that your color will grow out beautifully for months. Okay, not in weeks. It's the freedom of a low maintenance look that makes you feel beautifully groomed even on your busiest days. Okay, then lash extensions. You know, here's our beautiful set of classic lashes. You know, we apply 80 to 100 individual lashes per eye in this 2-hour appointment. Okay, or you're saying something like, check out these fluffy lashes. And I'm guilty of doing this, so don't get me wrong, that's how I used to do all of my content. But what she wants, what she actually buys is the waking up every morning, she's looking in the mirror, she's already feeling beautiful, she's ready to go. So it's the confidence of looking fresh, bright, awake, you know, on your 7 a.m. Zoom call without any extra makeup. It's the extra 15 minutes of sleep that you get back every single day. Okay. Microneedling is a really big one. People talk about microneedling. Here's my machine. This is what it does. Microneedling is a 60-minute facial treatment that uses a device with fine needles to create micro injuries in the skin, stimulating collagen production. And a lot of you, because with skin specialists, when you're really good at what you do, you understand all the technical jargon. Your clients don't want to know that. Not until you get them to the stage where they actually know what it is. Okay. So what they want is the confidence to say yes to last minute plans without worrying about, you know, the texture of their skin or the acne scars, you know, that you used to hide. That they want their makeup to feel great when it glides on, doesn't get stuck in all the cracks. Okay. And it looks flawless until you take it off at night. So it's about feeling beautiful because your skin's not just covered up, but it's genuinely healthy, firm, and it has that lovely glow. Is this making sense? Let me know, ladies, if this is making sense. Awesome. And the third is random acts of content, which is post a pretty picture with Happy Friday. That is not a marketing strategy. Okay. That is just a hope. And I've got that done. It's a prayer. Okay. So I'd like you to be honest with me. Oh, it's Marla who's writing on the screen. Marla, are you able to get rid of those lines? I don't know how you've done that. That's something that hasn't happened to me before. Oh my goodness. That's funny. So I would like you to share with me in the chat and be honest, which one of these mistakes are you making right now? You know, 1, 2, or 3, and there's no judgment at all. This is how we get better, by identifying that this is where we're at and this is what we're doing. Yep. 3. Yep. I know, Kim, I love a pretty pick filler as well, but it just isn't going to cut it anymore. There's no real point in doing that. 3, 2, all of them, Meredith. Yep, 2. Thank you for being honest. That is great. That is great. So how do we fix it? So we do it with, this is all new to me learning lots. Great, Fiona, I'm so pleased to hear that. That's what I want to hear. So we do it with a simple 3-part content formula. And there's space on your worksheet actually to create your behind the brand story as well. Okay, now you can do this after if you really want to listen, you know, and really understand. But I would like you to take the action and create this after the workshop. So the first step is the pain and dream content. So I've been talking about that. Well, I'm sharing this, right? I've been sharing this. You speak directly to the one client, her biggest struggles and what her desires are. Now, the big thing here is, and I did mention it earlier, is that it's not what she's necessarily saying out loud. It's what she says to herself in her head. And honestly, once you understand this, once you get it right, it makes it so easy for us to create content because when people talk to them about themselves in their head, it's really basic. So once you start to learn what that language is, it's like, oh, this is simple. Very, very simple. Okay. The second is authority and trust content. So you just share your expertise and results. If you don't tell people that you're the best at what you do, then who else is going to tell them? So you've got to start telling people that you are the best, and share the proof that you are the best as well. And it's not with technical jargon. It's the transformations that you get. Okay. It's the results that you achieve. It's you know, the years of experience that you've had. It's the masterclasses that you go to, all of that sort of thing. And the third one is behind the brand content. So show your face, share your story, and let people connect with the human behind the business. Okay. We are small businesses. And people come to us and then they come back again and again and again, not just because of the transformations, it's because they connect with us. Oh, Meredith, I struggle heaps with showing my face. I still can't do it. Wish you would. Okay, we'll do it with a photo. Tim's the same, me neither. All of us are the same. Most of us do not like showing our face on social media. But do you like speaking to your clients when they come into the salon? Do you feel confident with the stories that you share with them, the message, the information that you give them? I think I'm behind in the chat. Okay. Do you feel confident in that? This is just accelerating what you do in your salon, but you're doing it on your socials. Okay. So what it does is, when you don't like showing your face, okay, or it makes it easier, I reckon, now with the changes to the algorithm, because what you can do is, it's authentic connection. You're showing up as yourself. You do not need to be perfect. Okay. In fact, if you make a mistake when you're on camera, people resonate with you because you're actually a human. If you say if you say which I do all the time, you know, people connect with you. And the other thing is, AI can never, ever, ever compete with the behind the brand content. Okay. Can't replace that. So feelings over features are the way that you describe your treatments. Behind the brand is how you show your personality. That is how you build trust. If people are not, if you're not showing yourself, and look, to start off with, you don't need to necessarily speak to the camera, but certainly take a photo of yourself and show it. I'm the owner of the business. This is me and what I do behind the scenes. This is me on the floor and what I do for my clients. These are the transformations that I get. This is what I'm passionate about. You know, and then when you get a bit more confidence, you might, you know, Sammy's got a puppy there. You know, she might share a puppy in a family, which she does. So suck it up, girls. We need to get on camera. They appreciate a real person. They do appreciate a real person. When you post your content, when you get used to posting content and you've got a formula for it, you will know that when you post one of yourself, you are automatically going to get more engagement than what you will than if you share your treatments. Okay. So can you tell me in the chat, what's just one behind the brand story that you could share? What could you share this week that's behind the brand story about you? Okay, big girl panties. Yeah, what do we got here? Your clients will love you. Yep, that's true. Putting myself on camera is scary, but I did it. Well done, Marla. That's awesome. Hiking. Renee's a star at this. So Renee, actually, Renee, do you want to take yourself off mute and just share your branding and how you've woven hiking into your content?
Yep. So basically, because I'm a holistic salon, it's all about feeling good on the inside as well as the outside. So yeah, I do share quite a bit of me being outdoors and doing the things that I love, and yeah, bringing it all together so that people need to know that it's beauty's just not on the outside, that it comes from within as well. And if they're feeling good, that they look better.
Yes, absolutely, absolutely. Yeah. And one thing I'll say as well is that Renee is one of my clients, and at one point she was pushing out content that was not authentically her, and she was wobbling. She had a wobble, and I was like, you're wobbling, you're feeling uncomfortable with what you're doing because it's not authentically you. Okay, so when you work out what content you were going to put out when it comes to the behind the brand, it's got to be something that you could talk about for hours on end. It's the things that are relate to you, that resonate with you. You don't make up all this other stuff. You don't look at another salon and go, oh, they're doing that, so I better go talk about that, because that's not you. And you're not going to be able to pull it off either. But you can pull off you, right? You can be you. You can share you. Okay. I'm going to see if anyone's got their behind the brand story. Okay, no, that's it. Grandkids, absolutely, Meredith. Yep. Kids and pets. Okay. It used to be that in marketing, they'd say, don't share your kids, don't share your pets. But when I'm in the salon, which is not very often, but when I am in the salon, I'll talk about the pets and I'll talk about my kids. And so I will often in my content put that out because it resonates with my audience. It stays connected. Okay. So we're moving really quickly with this. I realize. So because we've got like a lot to cover. So if you can't do this right now on your worksheet, do it after the workshop, please. Okay. And DM it to me so that I can give you feedback on how you can frame it so that you get maximum impact. Okay. And there's examples on your worksheet as well. I'll just come back to that. So you've got my why story. So you just can do a simple selfie video or a photo of yourself. That works because it just gets immediate. You're getting emotional connection. That's why it works. Okay. It also shows that you're not just passionate about getting clients to come into your salon. Okay. Your passion is deeper than that. You know, you can do a day in the life as well. And that a day in the life does not have to be polished. Okay. You could do it as a series as well. And it makes you relatable. It shows your work ethic. It shows your dedication. You're showing off your values. You know, things that you wish you knew when you got started. That you can do as a talking head. If you can talk about yourself, it's pretty easy to talk about yourself. Okay. It positions you as wise, experienced. It builds authority when you do that. Okay. Now, I'm just going to share with you, these are three of my students who have had success with joining VSM. So Bianca has totally nailed her messaging and brand voice and has really dialed in her marketing. So she's gone from a few clients and a few $100s per week to being 80 to 100% booked and hitting 1,900 weeks. And she's now working towards 2,600 weeks as a solo nail, lash and brow artist. And she's been able to do that really quickly because she nailed her messaging. She knows who her ideal client is. She knows the language. She knows the messages that she's sharing, and she's just attracting her people are just coming to her. Okay. Jenna, she was struggling from lack of direction. She had no clear path. She went for 6 months without getting any new clients. After VSM, she has all the tools in place to attract clients because she's got a plan. She's got a vision and she knows who her ideal client is. And her treatments are now priced for profit. So she was trying to attract everybody. She was talking out with that megaphone and nobody was taking any notice of her whatsoever. Okay. So she changed that and started getting bookings actually straight away, as soon as she changed the messaging. The beautiful Garda, so she increased her revenue because she is consistently attracting new clients and she's retaining them. She moved to a beautiful new salon actually, and she's dominating the market in her local area. And she loved how we supported her to implement strategies for success and the support she received inside VSM. But I wanted to share that with you. Okay, so let's talk about ads. Okay. Once you've got your organic content working, you've got to have a simple system to amplify it and to reach more of your ideal clients. So we are going to talk about ads, and take a breath. You're probably thinking, oh my God, ads are scary. They're expensive. I'm not a tech person. I felt all of those things before I started, but ads are not a desperate measure, okay? They're amplifiers. And the single biggest regret that I have in my business, both of my businesses really, is not running a simple $5 a day ad sooner than I did, okay? The strategy for ads is different to organic content, like I just, which is what Renee just asked me. And they're no longer nice to run. They are absolutely essential. If you want to grow your salon, if you want to attract new clients, they are absolutely essential. Okay. Who's running ads? Let me know in the chat. Ads plus simple system. Oh, you know what? I knew you were going to say something, Kim. Oxymoron. You're getting there though. Cost of a coffee per day. Absolutely. Absolutely. And I was speaking to someone earlier. Don't outsource your ads until you understand the strategy. Okay. It's really important that as the business owner, you understand the strategy for your ads before giving the content creation to somebody else, before giving the strategy to someone else. I'm sure there are good social media managers out there, but for the most part, they do not understand the strategies that work to get new clients in this industry. Okay. So have you heard of the meta andrometer? Let me know in the chat. Let me know. Yes. No, 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 no. Okay. Okay. So this is why everything has changed. So Meta's ad system, what it used to rely on was a manual audience targeting. Okay. So we would have to tell Meta who we wanted them to show our ads to. We used to have to create lots of ad sets, lots of tweaking, lots of everything, right? But this new Andromeda, it's the Meta's new system that lets their AI work faster and it handles so many tasks at the one time. Okay, so it's the engine that helps their tools understand what you ask. It keeps context and gives much clearer answers. Okay, it's designed to make AI feel smoother, quicker, and more natural to use without you needing to know anything technical. Hallelujah, right? Pretty exciting. So it's the engine that handles the which ad gets shown to which person part. And it's absolutely awesome for client attraction. And inside VSN, we show you exactly how to do that with a simple three-step system. All of my clients that are in here, can't wait for January. We've got lots of good things coming up that I'm going to share with you. Okay, did that make sense? Let me know. Did that make sense? Let me have a look. Yes, it does. Okay, good. Thank you, ladies. Thank you. Okay, so the three-step ad system is 1, get crystal clear on who your ideal client is so that your ads reach the right people and not just anybody. The more specific you are, the better Andromeda will work. Okay. The second one is your message. So use the same pain and dream content. Okay. The authority content. Use those frameworks in your ads to create that instant connection. Okay. And step 3 is creating an irresistible entry point offer that gets them in the door so that they can experience you and see how freaking amazing you are. Does this make sense? Are you all with me or are you confused? Let me know in the chat. Let me know. Yes, good. Okay, awesome. Okay. Now, you're still confused about the irresistible offer? That's okay, Meredith. Contact me and I'll help you. Even what you know from what I shared with you is changing. So, yeah, come to tomorrow's Q&A session inside the school community. We can talk about it. Okay, so the CEO engine, okay, is profit and systems that equal freedom. Once you get your profit and your systems in place, you will have freedom. So you want to build a salon that serves you instead of you being its slave. Okay, can you relate to that? Let me know in the chat. Do you ever feel like you're working for your business, or do you feel like it's working for you? Which way around? Let me know. I'm a slave. Yep, working for me. Great, Ren. Yep, often here. Yes, yep. Sometimes both. Okay, we need to fix that. I'll talk to you tomorrow. So if it isn't paying you, okay, if it isn't giving you time freedom and isn't running like a well-oiled engine, then it should be and it can be, okay? It takes time to put it into practice, but it works. Okay. So for this to happen, you need to step into your CEO role and out of the hairdresser or therapist role. And you want to guard your time fiercely. So what that means is you take intentional action. So being busy is not intentional action. Okay. Being busy is really chaotic and it's really, really tiring. And it just wipes you out. I've been busy all day. I don't have money in the bank at the end of the week. Okay, so when you focus on money making tasks or needle moving tasks, your business will shift. Does that make sense? Let me know in the chat. Let me know. Yep. Good. That all makes sense. Now, you can have a fully booked salon and still be broke. Now, why is that? It's because you're pricing to cover costs. You're not pricing to create profit. Okay, let me know. Have you put yes in the chat? Have you ever felt like that? Okay. The 2026 model is about knowing your numbers and plugging the leaks. So the first thing that I do with 99% of my clients is an audit of their prices. Kim, you're the 1%, but you didn't have to. Okay, so I find that 99% of the time, salon owners' treatments are underpriced. Okay, so as I shared earlier, I cannot stress how important it is that you know your net profit margin for every single treatment. If you don't know this, if you don't know your net profit margin for every single treatment, please go to my Instagram page, Salon Mastery Society, and DM me the word track, TRACK, right? And I'll send you a profit analyzer. It's specifically for salon owners, and it includes training as well. Okay. Now, this is not as comprehensive as what we do inside Visionary Salon Mastery. Okay. And I also support my clients to overcome I can't increase my prices psychology sweats that they get. Okay. We dive deep into each treatment and we use the numbers to intentionally manufacture our entire growth strategy. Okay. So we look at a number of treatments that we want for a number of treatments of our highest profit treatment that we want to perform to carry out every year in order to hit our targets. The number of clients we need for that treatment, ideal clients, I should say. Okay. Creating branding around it, training our team around it. Okay. And then working out when it's time to expand. Okay. This is a really good analyzer for you to start off with. I'll just see. Yep, you change your prices. Yep, that's good. Well, you were discounting, Meredith. Remember, you were discounting your treatments and then not getting any clients, and then she put it up to full price and got sold three $790 packages? I think it was. Meredith was working for three. Paula was working for four. You sold four. So Meredith was had a high ticket treatment that was I think it was $790. She was selling it at a discounted offer for $99 and not getting any bites. Okay, she changed her messaging and put it up to full price. I think we gave a voucher of $50 from memory, it was a while ago, and she sold four of them. Okay, so that is how this works. Paula was working for free. I hear that all the time. Okay, so the 2026 financial model is about knowing your numbers. You've got a price for profit and identifying where your money is leaking out of your business. You don't just set your prices and forget them. Okay, you've got to keep looking back at them, particularly as you improve and you get better and better at them, and work out where your positioning is in your local area. Okay, so I've already talked about underpricing. So the next profit leak many salons have is they don't track their no-shows. They don't track the cancellations and they don't put policies into place to safeguard against this. Okay. And the big one that I detest is discounting. Okay. Most salon owners that I speak to, they're discounting and they're doing it without a strategy. Okay. We don't discount inside VSM. Okay. And then the other one is letting opportunities slip through your fingers purely because you're not recommending retail or you're not adding on treatments that you know that client wants because you're fearful of being salesy, coming across salesy. okay? And you're not sharing information with your client. So if a client comes into you and they've come in for a brow design, and you can see that her face is really, really dehydrated, dry, and you've got the solution for her, tell her, okay? So what we do is we look at those scenarios, we look at the numbers, and we show you how to plug those numbers really, really fast. Okay, so before we go any further, I want to introduce you to something that's going to save you hours every single week and help you step into 2026 with confidence, clarity, and a lot more time back in your day. Okay, she's Margie Bot. Okay, it's like having me as your sort of personal marketing coach 24/7 to help you write content, figure out your pricing, build your offers, do a strategic analysis of your business. Okay, it's so that if you're stuck and you don't know where to go, you go to her and she tells you exactly where you need to go. All my coaching clients, I'm going to give that to you tomorrow. It's exciting. Okay, it's the system that gives you your time back. Okay, now this is great because you don't have to be tech people, you don't have to be marketers, you don't have to be AI experts. You just need to be salon owners. That's all you need to be. And with most salon owners already feeling the pressure of the algorithm changes with the less reach, less engagement, more competition, and everything else that we have to juggle as well. You don't have time to sit at your desk for 3 hours trying to write a post, or work out what you want to say in your DMs. What should I be saying with my DMs? Have you ever sat there and spent an hour or more creating a post and then you don't send it because you're like, I don't think it's good enough. I don't want to send that. Has anyone done that? Okay. That's why she exists. She's in training at the moment. Okay. So she does all of that, giving you more time. Hang on. Okay. So the retention system. This is can be one of the most exhausting parts of running a salon as well. Okay. It's like the client attraction treadmill. And you've got that constant nagging feeling that you've got to be posting, you've got to be running ads, you've got to be trying to get new clients every single day just to keep your books full. Let me know in the chat if you feel like that. Do you feel that pressure? I hope I'm busy next month. It's exhausting. Okay. And it's the number one reason why so many talented salon owners burn out. Because what they're doing is they're focusing on the front door and then they forget to lock the back door. And so all their hard-earned clients are just quietly slipping away. It's like a leaky bucket. It's like pouring water in the bucket and you're just letting all your clients slip out and you're finding new ones. Okay. So in 2026, the strategy is turning new clients into loyal VIPs who rebook every time. Okay. And in order for them to do that, there are 3 things that you need to focus on. Recognition. They want to be seen and heard and valued. They want to know that. You've got to tell them, show it to them. You've got to get the results. So you've got to be consistent. You've got to deliver exceptional outcomes. Okay. Even if you are not the best in your area at what you do yet, and you're working on it, which is another thing that we identify in VSM. Okay. You can get them coming back again and again and again because you've got these 3 R's happening. Relationship. Stay connected with your clients in between appointments. A lot of people do not do that. They do not bother. Okay. So this is a statistic that might keep you up at night. So this is according to the Harvard Business Review. It costs 5 to 25 times more to acquire a new customer than it does to keep an existing one. Okay. So you're spending at least 5 times more money, time, energy trying to attract a stranger than it would take to get a happy client to come back to you. Does that resonate with you? Let me know in the chat. Yep, resonates. Okay. So I'm going to go in detail into these because these are really, really, really important. Okay. So the first R, recognition, it's just about making them feel as if you see them as individuals, not a body that's coming in your booking system. And this may sound like it's simple and it makes sense, but it often gets overlooked, particularly when we're busy. Okay, so it's remembering, their daughter's name or the holiday that they were excited about. It's small personal touches that let them know that you see them. Now, because the world is becoming more automated, this human connection is your superpower. Okay? So think about the last time a barista remembered your coffee order when you didn't even have to say anything. How did that make you feel? Feels good. Feels good, right? I like that. Yeah. Now, imagine doing that for a client who spends hundreds or thousands of dollars with you. Okay, that's the feeling that creates loyalty. My local pub remembers my order. Is that your drink order or your food order, Rem? Okay, so results, obviously. Okay, it does. It sounds obvious, but it's deeper than just doing a good service. Okay, it's about delivering, constant. You've got to be constant, predictable, particularly if you've got a team. Okay, you've got to give exceptional outcomes every single time. Okay, it's about being so good and so reliable that the thought of going to someone else feels like a massive risk. Okay, so your results should be your most powerful marketing tool. Okay, so when a client knows without a doubt that they walk out of your salon feeling amazing every single time, the price becomes irrelevant. Okay, they're not paying for the service, they're paying for the certainty of the feeling that you give them. Okay, in my salon this year, I raised my lash prices by a couple of them by $45. Nobody left. That's a big hike. And I priced it so that we are the most expensive in my suburb. Why? Because we look after them, because we do all of that. The relationship is so important, okay? What happens in between appointments. So as I said, most salons are silent. They might have the automated, can I have a review? How's your treatment going? You need to rebook, okay? So that's what people do. They're silent until it's time for them to rebook. So in 2026, you want to stay top of mind. And I'm not talking about spamming. It's about value. You could give them a valuable tip. Yes, the happy birthday message. Okay, a quick check-in. Okay, it's about nurturing the relationship so that when it's time to rebook, they are lay down misere, hands down. You are the only person they could possibly think of going to. So imagine as a hairdresser, okay, you sent a 30-second video on how to deal with frizz on a humid day right when you needed it. Would you ever go to anyone else? Okay. Think about those sorts of things. That's where we're headed in 2026. So you're not just a beauty salon. You're not just a service provider. Okay. You're their trusted advisor. And that's where you want to be. That's where we need to be positioning ourselves. Again, making sense? Let me know if that's making sense. So when you master this, you create a wait list. Okay. You stop hustling, you stop chasing, you start attracting, okay? You stop worrying about filling your books. You start managing a wait list as well. Who's doing all of those things already? I know that there are some salons that do it really, really well. Okay. Yep. Awesome. Awesome. It's expensive to get new clients, so keep them. Okay, it's more profitable for your business. Your business is going to be a lot more profitable when you put your energy into those 3 R's. So, the path to CEO, okay, everything that we've covered today, the content, the systems, the AI tools, leads to one ultimate goal. And that is you becoming a true CEO, as I said before, and not a busy stylist, not a therapist, not a hairdresser. Okay, so in 2026, you need to be building systems that don't rely on you being behind the chair 24/7. And this is even if you're solo. There's strategies for you, even if you are solo. Different strategies for a team. but there certainly needs to be the strategy. Okay, so you have to have confidence in your pricing, in your messaging, your ability to delegate, even if you're solo, okay, and empower a team. And so this workshop gives you the foundation, and VSM gives you the full roadmap on how to get there. So your 30-minute weekly action plan, okay, this is really important to do because you want to stay visible. If you let this go, it's very easy to go off track, go back to doing what you were doing before, lose focus, start getting busy, start working on things that are not needle moving, are not money making tasks, and take you completely down the wrong path. So this plan takes you minutes. It doesn't take you hours. So if you're spending more than 30 minutes a week planning for your business, then you're doing it wrong. It should only take under 30 minutes, right? So reviewing your numbers from last week, what worked, what didn't work, review your ads performance. Okay, how's the journey going before the journey that you've created for your lead when they first hear from you, okay, when they first see you in your socials, okay, to when they book in? How is that journey going? Are all those touch points working? If not, tweak it. How are your sales going? How many clients did you see? Did you recommend retail to all of them? Okay, did you ask every single person to rebook? Maybe they didn't rebook. If that's the case, review your script. Review how you are asking them to book in. Okay. Tuesday.
Maggie, sorry, can I ask those clients, because I've got a lot of clients who they've got work that their shifts that move around and they just literally can't book in.
Yep.
So they're the ones that I find hard. And I mean, they do come back and I trust that they come back, but I just got to let them, there's a good percentage that I can't rebook like that. So
yeah. So if you know that they are going to come back, that is fine.
Okay.
The issue that you have is that quite frequently, so I'll use brow design, it's the easiest thing to explain. So you want them to come back for a brow design in 3 weeks. So they push it out to 4, or they push it out to 5. So there's a couple of things you can do. You contact them before the end of the 3rd week and say, just letting you know, you've got to come, your appointment's due.
Yeah.
Okay. You also change your service list. So they have to come back for the full price treatment. So they've got to pay a premium price to come back because they've let that time lapse.
Yeah.
And the way that you deliver that is there's a process in how do you actually deliver that and set those boundaries in place.
Okay.
So what you're doing is you're showing your clients how you want them to show up. So if they start pushing it out, you just let them, and you let them come back in for a maintenance instead of coming in for a brow design, then you're letting them know that that's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it all comes from you. So when I hear people complaining about their clients are doing this or the clients are doing that, it's because you haven't set your boundaries in place. You haven't put your policies in place. And maybe you've got them, maybe you've got your policies and they're sitting here, but you actually are not delivering it properly.
It's only Brazilians that if they come later than 6 weeks. The rest I don't, but I mean, I suppose I could implement it. If anyone comes in 6 weeks after waxing, there's a different price schedule.
Yep, definitely. I do.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you? Okay.
Yep. If it's going to take me longer, so because the way that I've planned my treatment menu is I know what my top profit margin treatments are.
Yeah.
And so I've worked out, okay, they've got to come back in 3 weeks or they do this. Okay, they've got to come back in 4 weeks or they do that or they pay this.
Okay.
Okay, so there's a journey. We can have a look again at your treatment menu if you're worried about that, Ren.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind having a look at that.
Does that make sense, ladies? For clients like that, I made a note in the book to remind them a few days before they're due. Yeah, perfect. Track them. You're good at doing that, Kim. Okay. So plan your 3 content pieces. Okay. Plan your posts ahead. Don't do them every day. If you do them every day, then you stop, start. You lose track of the strategy as well. If you do it, if you plan your strategy, your posting strategy is more solid. Okay, it all fits in together. So you plan your content pieces. The next day you schedule your posts. Okay, you review your processes. It's really, really important that you're reviewing your processes. Okay, and celebrate your wins as well, ladies. We often just don't worry about that. Let's just tick that off our list and let's go on to the next one. Pat yourself on the back. It's really important that you celebrate your wins. We like to beat ourselves up that we're behind, when in actual fact, we're in front, right? Okay, and the other thing too is that with your DMs, if you are manually connecting in your DMs, do it in chunks. Don't just do it on the fly throughout the day, rush, rush, rush. Plan it, sit down, do your DMs maybe 3 times throughout the day. Okay, you need to be engaging with your audience. It's really important that you're doing that. You've got to respond to the comments. You've got to respond to the DMs. The DMs is where you convert your leads. So you've got to make sure that you're doing it really, really well. But you don't want it to be every time, if you're out for lunch, you don't want to be responding to a DM. Okay, you've got it in your diary for another time during the day. Okay, does that make sense? Hopefully that made sense. Okay, so it's not about spending hours on social media. Okay, it's about spending minutes. It's just making sure that you've got a plan. So what's the biggest roadblock, do you think, for you to stick to a weekly plan? Does anyone have a problem with that? Because quite often my clients do when they first start with me. Okay. No problem. Awesome. That's great, Meredith. Love that. Yep, you did, but you don't now. That's good. So it normally comes down to you're not managing your time properly. It might be motivation. You might just not be confident in what to post. I did this when I was doing uni. Yeah, Sammy, I'm not surprised. Next week won't count. No, definitely won't. Definitely won't. Okay. Okay. So maybe you don't know how to read your numbers. So you just don't worry about it because you actually don't know. Maybe you feel like you're reacting instead of leading. That's a big thing. When you come out of a reactive state into a power state of leading and knowing exactly what track your business is going on, that's when all the magic happens. Okay. Even if you're learning to do all the things, you're still on the path. Maybe it's the pressure of doing everything yourself. I know that, maybe you're trying to do everything yourself and it's too much. Or, like I said before, second guessing your content because you don't know if it's good enough and then you don't even post the things. Okay, still learning. Okay. So the challenge is removing the blocks that stop you from following it consistently. So work out what it is that would prevent you from doing this. Identify it, then you can take action to overcome it. Okay. So I want you to zoom out just for a second. Why are you actually doing this? Is it to have the freedom to pick your kids up at school, to go to their sports events, to finally pay yourself, to travel without the salon falling apart? What's your why? If you know what your why is, okay, hopefully you do, pop that in the chat. What's the dream that your salon was supposed to fund when you opened it in the first place? To travel and not be tied to it. Yep. Yep, awesome. Mine was to be able to work from wherever I am in the world. And I was so fixed on that, I made it happen because I was so passionate about my why. So passionate. Be present with my kids. Yep, love that. That's awesome. So, what do you got? Earn a wage. That's not very passionate, Paula. Okay, so you've got 2 choices, right? So path 1 is you can do it yourself. You can take everything that you've learned today, which is a lot. I've got to say, I've covering a lot. Okay, I'm a bit behind time too. I'm conscious of that. Okay, and you can try and implement it yourself. You're smart, you're capable, and you'll probably figure some of it out. But it's going to be a path of trial and error. It will likely take you 12 to 18 months of guessing, testing, and being really, really frustrated before you actually see real momentum. The second choice is the guided path. Okay, you can have someone who has already built the roadmap, made the mistakes, found the shortcuts, and guide you step by step. So this is a path to get you to the why. Okay, not in 18 months, but in the next, 90 days. And both are valid choices as well, but only one of them is going to buy you back your time. So for those of you who want the faster, more certain path, I just want to share with you Visionary Salon Mastery. So the workshop is the what and the why, and VSM is the how. So it's the system that removes the bottlenecks that you identified, a few minutes ago, or you've thought them a few minutes ago because you didn't want them in a chat. Okay, it's the difference between knowing that you need a map and having a personal GPS that's like rerouting you in real time, okay, when you take a wrong turn. So everything that we've talked about today, the algorithm changes, the content formula, the pricing strategy, the ads engine, the retention system, leadership is what we install into your business together inside VSM. Now, let's get real. You've heard me talk about the simple plan and the 2026 strategy, but you're probably sitting there thinking, that's great, Margie. Will it actually work for my salon? You're wondering if this is just another nice to know presentation or if it's the real deal. Okay. So I don't do fluff. I bend over backwards for my clients to get results. Okay. So I'm not asking you to take my word for it. I'm going to show you the results. So I'm just going to share with you over the next 2 slides, like some of my gorgeous clients who are exactly where you are right now, tired, frustrated, maybe a little skeptical, but who decided to stop treating their business like a hobby and start treating it like a stable income stream. The income stream that it was meant to be, okay? And they all won. All of them won. So Jess, the gorgeous Jess, she owns a barber and a hairdressing salon and beauty salon, and she's not a stylist by trade. Okay, so for a long time, she was carrying the full weight of her business on her shoulders. The team was really, really hard to manage. She was in tears when she got on the call with me. There was no profit at all. She wasn't even hitting break even. She was putting money into the business. She was really, really stressed. Now, after going through VSM, her leadership has completely changed. Okay, complete, huge, massive shift. The team is really, really strong. The business is profitable. And she told me that the support, clarity, and calm guidance made the biggest difference for her. And the other thing too is Jess almost didn't join. Okay, she sat on the decision for a month. And later she said she wished she'd taken the leap sooner. The beautiful Kate in the middle here, she added in 4 weeks an additional $2,000 without adding a single new client. Okay, and now at the moment she's nearly doubled on her current income. Okay, Jen, this beautiful Jen, she didn't have a business when she started with us. She didn't have a business name, a logo. She had nothing, like literally, she had absolutely nothing. She's had this dream. So what we did was we supported her with setting all of it up. We helped her with the logo, the name, the business registration, all of that. Helped her with, what she needed to do with getting her premises. Okay. And this is what happened with her on her opening day. Okay. Her goal was 1,000. She hit 1,490. She had positive reviews. People rebooked. Okay. They shared their friends. Okay. She's now continuously booked and she's in a position where she's looking for new premises. She's amazing. Nurse Jen. Love Jen. So these are what our clients have to say about us. Kim's on. She said, I really enjoyed your program. You offer so much of yourself and the information is amazing value, which I appreciated. Thank you, Kim. We had Romaine. Now, Romaine has had 2 salons, now has 4 since being in VSM. So her goals were different. She hit her biggest month at the time of this message. It was 55,000 a month, which is 8,000 over her previous best month. So we have people that are home salons, are starting up, want to grow a team. Sometimes they think they don't want to grow a team, and then they come into the program and then go, oh, actually, now I've got all of these structures in place, I can get a team. So we can get Paula, we can get her having a team. And Roz, she's been doing really well. Absolutely detested social media, didn't know what to do with it. Really struggled, and she's just been going on leaps and bounds. She's actually just had a viral reel go out, and I never actually want anyone to go viral, okay? Because if you go viral, you only want people in your local area to see you. If you go viral, it's a waste of your energy because you've got to respond to all the DMs and it confuses the algorithm as well. But Roz actually has a Knit Buster treatment that she can send to anywhere in the world. And so for her, this has been amazing, absolutely amazing. So with her going viral is freaking awesome. And that was just through following the strategies that we asked her to do for her organic content. Okay, so you're probably thinking, actually, I'm pretty sure you're thinking, oh God, Margie, it's December. I'm slammed. Okay, I know that. I know that. And that's exactly why I've structured this offer to make it a no-brainer for you. Okay, so if you join Visionary Salon Mastery today or over the next couple of days, this is what you'll get is you'll receive a $1,000 discount, okay? Because on the 1st of January, the investment is going up by $1,000, okay? So by joining today, that $1,000 will stay in your pocket and you'll get immediate access, but you don't start until January or when you get back from holidays in January, okay? Secondly, you're going to get exclusive early access to the brand new 2026 marketing strategy, okay? It is a cutting edge system that's going to put you in the top 4% of salons in the world. And you're going to get to implement this before anyone else. Okay, and I'm delivering this to my students in January. I actually tried to talk them into letting me do it in December on yesterday's call, but they said no. So I have to be patient and I have to wait, which is fine. Okay, so I'm delivering it in January and I'm working around holidays as well. Okay, so if you've got annual leave planned, you can take that and you can relax knowing that you don't even have to think about your salon whilst you're away because it's all been done for you. Okay, and then the third thing is you're going to get December as your VIP onboarding. So it's not additional work, it's just added time for clarity. So you're not starting the program in the middle of your holiday chaos. Okay, you're just using December to get a head start so that when January hits, the first day that you're back at work hits, you're not trying to figure things out. Okay, you're on board, you're settled in, and you're ready to attend. We've got our student-only 2026 Salon Growth Plan workshop, and this is going to be awesome. Okay, it's my students' personal space, and what we're going to do is we're going to build out their entire 2026 salon growth plan. Okay, and what you do at that workshop will become the foundation of your most successful year. Yeah, I'm really excited about it, which is one of the reasons why I was trying to deliver the marketing strategy first so we could get to that as soon as January hits. Okay. So I just want to be clear, you're not adding to your December stress. You're setting yourself up to dominate in 2026. So what's the catch? It's not an open-ended, never-ending invitation. I'm only opening up 8 spots at this 2025 pricing. And once they're gone, the prices are going to go up in January, right? So, that early access to 2026 strategy is only for people that commit now. Okay, so you've got 2 choices to wait. You can wait, okay, and pay more, or you can make a decision today and start 2026 with a massive head start. Okay, so if you're serious about making 2026 your best year yet, okay, and you're looking to work with a coach, this really is your moment to do that. So I want you to picture this. It's November 2026. You're not stressed about the holiday rush. You're excited. Your books are full. You've got a wait list. You're not worried about a slow January because you've got a predictable marketing system that's bringing in clients every single week. Okay, and you're not chained to the salon. You're taking regular holidays. You're paying yourself exactly what you want to pay yourself. And you feel like a true CEO, not just a busy stylist. Okay, and this isn't a fantasy. This is what happens when you have a plan, when you have a system. Okay, now, do you feel nervous or doubtful when I say that? Let me know in the chat or raise your hand. I can't see everyone because not everyone's got their camera on. Let me know in the chat. So if you did think that, if you were nervous or doubtful, I'd like you to take a moment to ask yourself, is it really not possible, or have I just never been shown how to do it before? And consider that. Look out 2026. I love that, Fiona. Awesome, awesome. That's great. Okay, so if you are ready to stop the cycle of burnout, you want to build, a profitable, sustainable salon, the one that you've always dreamed of, I'd like to invite you to book a call with me. It's not a sales call, it's a strategy call. Okay. We'll map out what your next 12 months could look like and see if VSM is the right fit to get you there. Okay. And I only open up a limited number of spots for these calls to ensure that I can give everyone my full attention. If you're serious about making 2026 your best year yet, book your call now before they're gone. They're gone. You've got nothing to lose. Okay. And a booked out 2026 to gain. Amy, you asked how much it is to join. We've got two pathways of joining Visionary Salon Mastery. The first one is a pay in full option, which is $3,900. The second one is a payment plan where you pay $400 and then 12 payments of $375. Okay. Now, what you get in that is a curriculum that shows you all the 5 key areas that you need to learn and master in order to have a successful salon, and you get access to that for life. You also get a minimum of 4 live classes every single week. That when you first start VSM and you don't have enough clients, you're welcome to attend all 4 of those. As you start to put the strategies into place, you won't be able to attend all of them, and we have replays on 2 of them so that you can watch back the replay if that happens. Okay. We've also got other exciting monthly releases coming every month where I'm sharing the latest that's happening. Okay, that's actually new to the curriculum because there are so many changes that are happening and that I'm testing, and so I'm going to be sharing, month to month exactly what those updates are as well. I've forgotten something. What else? We've got a student-only school community where you can put up any questions that you have, and they get answered within 24 hours. We try to answer them sooner than that, but we answer them within 24 hours. And you also get access to my beautiful community of salon owners. Okay, my students are amazing. You can all pat yourself on the back, say hi. So, good girl, good girl. Okay, so on your worksheet, you've got a section there where you can self-rate yourself on what you need in order to implement the 2026 Booked Out Salon Blueprint, because that'll help you work out exactly what you need. So do you need more support and accountability? Okay, you get a lot of accountability from me and my team. Step-by-step guidance, you get that as well. A community of salon owners on the same journey. You get access to the tools like the Margie bot. Okay, or maybe it's all of it. Maybe you need all of it. So if you've checked any of those, VSM might be the perfect next step for you. Okay, so you're either one of these 4. Okay, so you are ready for success and you've got questions and you'll book a call to explore VSM. Do I still go into the same way to it? No, you don't, Sammy. No, there's another pathway for you. There's a couple of choices for you. That's the other thing I'll say. It's a good question. Sammy's a student of mine. What we do not do is that at the end of your it's actually 13 weeks because we have a week 0. At the end of your VSM, there are options for you to continue with us. Okay, so we actually have a 12-month program, which is our scale program, which is the advanced strategies, or you can continue on in VSM to really lock in what you've learned and make sure that it's all working, and you can continue with us for another 3 or 6 months. And we have some of our students that just nail everything within the 3 months, and we continue to support them inside. We have another school community that's our free community, and they're welcome to come in and join us for 2 of our live classes every week. I'll share that with you, Meredith. I actually should have already done that. Okay, I will do that. So you're either ready for success and you want to book a call, or you're excited for success and you want to claim one of the 8 spots now so you don't miss out, or you're unsure if it will work for you and you want more time to think about it. Okay, or you're not ready to invest in yourself. Okay, and you're going to implement what you learned today first. Okay, now if you ticked one of the last 2 boxes, okay, you're unsure or you're not ready to invest. Okay, and I usually what happens is, the costing. What does it cost? And I've shared with you what the cost is, and that's a fair question. That's absolutely a fair question, but it's a wrong question because the right question is, what is it costing you not to have this system in your business? Okay, so let's be honest. What is the cost of one more year of guessing in marketing? One more slow January that you've got to stress about. One more client that doesn't rebook. Okay. So we talked about it earlier. Just losing 10 clients can be like a $9,000 hole in your revenue. The cost of staying where you're at is already far greater than the investment into VSM. So it's not an expense. It's not like buying a new ring or, another machine even for the salon. It's an investment in a system that pays you back every single month. Okay. So once you make that back, it's pure profit, and you will continue to get better and better and better and better at the strategy. You don't have to worry about that shiny object syndrome and go, oh, what's that? I'll go and try that. That's an idea. This is a system where you are just going to continue to get better and better and better at it, and still continue to get supported as well. Okay. So I'm opening up because there's so many people on this call. I've opened up 5 more spots. Ree's just actually doing that now for strategy calls over the next. I don't know if I could do them all in the next 3 days, but maybe into next week. Okay, so if you would like one of those priority spots, then just comment me in the chat, and Ree will get in contact with you just to send you the information and to see if you're a good fit. Okay, now the other thing that I wanted to invite you to, this is a special invitation as well. I mentioned the 4 live classes. Okay, so they're normally for my current students and my ex-students, but I want to pull back the curtain and show you exactly what it's like inside Visionary Salon Mastery. So I know that you are busy, but if you are free tomorrow at 8:30 a.m. Australian Western Standard Time, we have our live 60-minute Q&A. So it's our coaching call. And so they bring their challenges, okay? We solve them together in real time. So I would like to extend an invitation to a handful of you who are here to be my guests, so that you can be a fly on the wall, see how it really works, understand what the real world sort of challenges are that everyone else is going through. They're your peers. They're facing exactly the same problems, and you'll understand how we solve them inside VSM. Okay? And you'll also get a feel for the energy in the group as well. I'm just losing the chat. So I know that you're busy, but if you're on the fence and you want to see the engine of how VSM actually works in action, this is like a really great way to do that. Okay, so just do that in the chat. Okay, so before I answer any questions that you've got, can you share with me in the chat your number 1 key takeaway? Have you found this valuable? I'd love to get your feedback. Has this been of value to you? Okay, I know that we've covered a lot in a short period of time. I'm just consciously aware that I've gone way over, which I never normally do. Okay. Okay. I don't normally offer such a wide range of strategies in such a short period of time, but it's just where everything is at right now. Love it. Awesome. That's great. So I'm going to stay on for the next 10 minutes to answer any questions you've got about what's on your mind. You can ask me about the content today, about VSM or business, any of it. So you can take yourself off mute if you'd like, and we can chat. And for those of you who don't have any questions, don't feel a bit overwhelmed with information, sorry, Nat. And I knew that would be the case. It's just important for you to get that. Thanks, Kim. See you tomorrow. I'll be there. Thank you. You showed up. You've engaged. You're already ahead of 90% of salon owners, right? Because you now, at least, even though you might be overwhelmed, you understand what you're learning, what the changes are. Okay. So if you're ready to take the next step, just book the strategy call. There's no pressure at all on that strategy call either, I should mention as well. Now I'm starting not to be able to talk properly because I've talked so much today. So do you have questions for me, ladies? Let's see. Do you have questions? I'm going to get rid of the chat actually because it's driving me crazy. Would you like to take yourself off mute and ask me any questions, ladies? Or ask in the chat? Thanks, Sammy. Everybody happy? No questions? I feel like I'm what is it? The hammer going down at the option
No.
of the house.
I've got a question.
Yes.
Just with your Instagram, you were saying before that we could go onto Instagram and you could sort of show us how to do the pricing, not the full version, but just to get an
Yep.
idea.
Just go into Salon Mastery Society, go into one of my posts or my story. Yep. And just comment if it's in the post, just comment track. And if it's in the actual story, just DM it to me and you'll get access to it.
Okay.
Okay, it'll take you to the actual analysis, a profit analyzer, but it also has a video that goes with it to explain how it works.
Okay. Excellent. Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. No problem. Let me know how you go. Let me know what you find out as well.
I will.
It's
I will.
often an enlightening experience, eye-opening experience, probably not so enlightening. All right, ladies. If you've got no more questions, thank you so much for being here. It's been an absolute pleasure. And I hope you enjoy the rest of your December. Are you all fully booked? Is everyone fully booked? Give me a nod.
I haven't even decided what I'm doing yet.
What do you mean?
Been on the phone and then I signed on with the iPad and I'm just trying to work it all out. I've got the form somewhere, I think.
Okay, if you get stuck and you need the form, just let us know and just DM me. Same thing, just message me
Yeah.
and we'll send it through to you.
No worries. I'm sure it's here somewhere, but it's in the background.
Okay, no, that's fine. If any of you are stuck and you don't know where it is, just let me know and I'll we can send it straight through to you.
Thank
Okay,
you so
ladies.
much.
Thank you so much. It's been a pleasure. I'll see you soon.
Thank you.
Bye.
Have a great night. Ciao,
Bye.
everyone.